Okay, guys, here's some HOA sidewalk that we're cleaning in Clearmount, Florida. We're gonna do some sidewalk and some brick wall here. This stuff hasn't been cleaned up in over 10 years. So the sidewalks has oak trees all around the property. So some of the sidewalks is lifted up by the oak tree roots. All of the brick wall mostly have lichen. It has algae. Every stage of algae that you could come up with a name for, this wall has it. So the main focus is the concrete sidewalks, of course, and also the wall. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you a little footage on this right here. This was a really big project. It took a couple of days. Okay, we are surface cleaning. I put down a 2.5% mix. I let it dwell on this concrete because it's extremely dirty. It hasn't been done in over a decade. And the HOA that contacted me, he lives in this complex and he's been living there for over 14 years. And he said he knows personally that it hasn't been done. So they're going to do a lot of work on this community on the outside wall. They're going to have it painted and have the things fixed on it that are falling off and all that stuff. So they just want to get it cleaned up now, and they're going to try to stay up on it. So we got a 2.5% mix that's working on the concrete. I'm using the smaller surface cleaner, the 19-inch. Reason why? Because we have a water situation here to where I'm leaving from location to go and fill with water. So that is a little time consuming. So we're going to use the 5.5 pressure washer, 19-inch surface cleaner for all of our surface cleaning needs here, because it's easier on the water because I only have a 325 gallon tank. I should have went with a 525 gallon tank on my next build that I'm going to do probably in August. I'm going to build another rig, and definitely we're going to have at least 500 plus gallon tank on that setup. So for situations like this, we can go further. We can use our bigger equipment and get the job done a lot faster, a lot more effective if I had used the Mini Mondo. Anyway, that's that. And this is this. With surface cleaning, I'm going to show you a little bit of the surface cleaning, a little bit of rinsing. Then I'm going to show you a little bit of the cleaning of the wall. Also, on the last day of this project, I did have a colleague that I have known for some years. He lives locally here in Clearmount. His name is Winslow, and he do mobile detailing. He's also doing some soft washing now. So he's doing house washing, driveway cleaning, and pool deck cleaning, along with his mobile detailing service. I got a picture of one of his flyers. I'm going to post it to the end of the video and put the number up there. So if you guys need any mobile detailing, need any house washing done or anything of that nature, you can reach out and give him a call. I believe the name of his company is Shakur. Now I can't say it properly, but I will show you the correct spelling of it. And he's a very great guy. I've been in the pressure washing business. I own my business here for over 20 years. And I've known him for around, I guess, 15 years or maybe a little longer. I've known Winslow. But anyway, guys, back to the video, and I'll show you some of the wall and how nasty it is and how it cleaned up in a second here. Okay, guys, pro tip here. This was the easy side. This side right here is on Hancock and Clearmount. I should have started on Hook Street. I ran into every obstacle that could slow you down that was known to man on Hook Street. Anyway, this is just a little bit of the rinse off. I'm going to do a pre-treatment of a 2.5% once I rinse this off, not on camera, off camera. Next, we're going to show you some of the wall that we cleaned up, and I'll introduce you to Winslow. Stay tuned. Morning, Dexter with Essential Pressure Washing. We're doing some HOA sidewalk, and we got the sidewalk done. Now we're on some wall, concrete, brick wall. Let me show you here. This wall here is extremely dirty. Got a lot of lichen build up on it. Algae. All greened up. We'll show you some work in progress. Okay, here we are applying a 2.5% mix on this wall. This wall is extremely filthy with all types of algae. Some algae I don't even know the name for. It has it all. So we're using the soft wash system to apply a mix on it. This is around 9 a.m. in the morning. You can see fog in the background. This right here is Hook Street. We have to get I got my truck off the road. Winslow, he's down in front of me parked. He is on the road in the bike lane, but I didn't like the way the traffic comes at a very high rate of speed, and they don't move out the lane until they're close. So I don't want to cause an accident by having the truck, the rig on the road. So we got it all the way up here on the sidewalk, and we're applying our mix. Then we are going to use the turbo nozzle. Guys, if you don't have a turbo nozzle, get you one. It's an important tool that you may not use often, but on jobs like this right here, it is a critical tool. It is a game changer because applying this mix right here on the wall and then coming behind with the turbo nozzle made very light work of this. I mean, I was able to glide at a very good speed on this. Stay tuned. Okay, here we are now with the turbo nozzle. We're going to trim the bottom of it because there's a lot of oak tree leaves down to the bottom border, so I want to make sure I get that stuff and kind of blow the oak tree leaves back to make myself a line to the bottom of the wall here. Now you're going to be able to see transformation with me doing the turbo nozzle. I have already applied a 2.5% mixed sodium hypochlorite. It had already softened the algae, but then I'm using this very aggressive turbo nozzle because this is a brick wall here, so we can get aggressive with it. And the turbo nozzle, did a outstanding job of removing this algae and not taking a long time to do it. And that's what I said earlier about having the right tools in your toolbox. So when you come out here, each job, when it's a commercial job and it's one the size of this one, is going to present some obstacles that you're going to have to get over. And once you get that stuff learned, then when you move to that next spot to do that next cleaning on the next spot in the location you're working, you're going to become more efficient. And that's what happened right here with us. We became more and more efficient. We're on Hook Street. We're going to come all the way around Hooks and go all the way down to Hancock and go all the way down that wall, and it's not going to take any time at all. I'm not filming all that stuff because it would be too much of filming to film, but I'm showing you now just the process right here, which was the 2.5% mix. Then we come with the turbo nozzle. See, some of the places by the wall had small bushes, maybe 2 feet tall, and so we had to kind of stand a distance and get that stuff. And all of that green algae, all that lichen, all that stuff did not stand a chance at all with the turbo nozzle. So again, I cannot praise it enough on certain jobs. If it's a paver job, you have grass, a lot of grass in your cracks of the pavers, in the joints of the pavers at least, that turbo nozzle will get that stuff out of there in a hurry. So with this wall right here, we use the turbo nozzle on the wall to the top of the borders. I use the J-rod and to kill back some of the PSI, because that stuff up there to the top, very fragile. And the crowns, those crown things right there, they're only made of styrofoam. So you can't put too much pressure on it because you blow a hole right in it. Some of them on Hancock has already fallen off. Some of the crown pieces are falling off. They're laying in the bushes. Some of them are missing parts of them. So I believe they're going to replace all of those things anyway when they do the painting, because the damage, you may find 15 good ones and the rest of them has some type of damage already, because it's been a while since they had it cleaned. Like I said, it's well over a decade since the last cleaning of the wall or the concrete itself. And when they gave me the call, they had already tried to clean the entranceway themselves. Well, they cleaned the entranceway themselves. It do need to be re-cleaned, but I don't know if they want to get that done. If so, that's additional. Anyway, that's the turbo nozzle that I was using. Right there is a game changer. I have two of them. I have one for my 5.5 machine. I have another for my 10-gallon machine. Great investment. I can't talk highly enough of this tool, because what it did for me today. It has been clutch in a couple of situations, but never has it been as important as it is today with me using it. This is me with the J-rod and rinsing down some of the top of the borders and get some of the lacking off of there, but being a little more careful. Don't want to hit that with the turbo nozzle. Did that on some of the other parts. The stuff just fell straight off. So we don't want to apply that much pressure to clean it. We're going to be a little gentle. Anyway, guys, stay tuned for some more cleaning. Just want to briefly show you that and just give you a little of my take. Everyone has their own way of cleaning. And if you have a way that you use to clean, it could be better. Hey, hats off to you. If not, if you can learn something from this, then learn something from it. Anyway, guys, stay watching and continue to watch. We got some more footage of this right here. And then, like I said, I'm going to show you Winslow, and I'm going to show his flyer in case you guys in the area need any pressure washing of any sorts. He does it all. He does cars, from cars to houses. He's been in business for a while, like myself. I mentioned earlier in the video, if you haven't yet noticed it, but we have been around for over 2 decades, pressure washing. And we have a lot of commercial accounts that we service on a weekly basis. And we just started in 2021 getting out here doing some of this residential stuff. But we're mainly commercial still to today. Anyway, guys, continue to watch. And I will be back shortly. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna give you guys a walkthrough. We made it all the way around to Hancock Road. The wall is complete. This is some of the sections of the wall that has rotted away over time. They are gonna repaint this wall. They are gonna fix some of those crowns or replace them basically. The wall is free of all the algae and debris. And I told you I have a friend of mine that helped me out. Him and his son came out. And I want to say this company name right. It's spelled Shadar. I believe it's called Shador. Sorry, Winslow, if I messed up the name. Anyway, his number is 352-552-2383. He handles anything from driveways, sidewalks, fences, house wash, patios, pool decks. Also on the mobile detail side, he does full details, wash and wax, wash and shampoos, wash and vacs, exterior washes, and all. I'm going to show you his flyer. He's a really great guy. I've known him for well over a decade, and I really appreciate him and Darren for coming out and helping me out. And there's the flyer right there. There's the number. And that's the guy right behind me. That's Winslow. He was spraying that wall and getting it completed off. We're done right here. This is a wrap. This was a large HOA wall and sidewalk that went from wrapped around one street to the other, from Hooks to Hancock, or from Hancock to the Hooks, however you want to see it, however you want to drive it. Anyway, there's a Dexter essential pressure washing. It's another one in the books. We out.